Okay, and tonight we're going to be doing some interacting. We're going to be talking. Tonight we're going to be learning about how to share our 30-second story, right? We're going to share our 30-second story, and we are also going to learn how to handle objections. And I think for most of us, we're a little scared and nervous of the objections, but it's totally a normal part of the job. So I'm going to teach you guys how to keep a cool heart and a cool mind and really learn to answer people objectively, unattached to the outcome, and really just keep your cool with everything. My husband's a little late, so I'm totally unprepared. I'm just going to grab an e-shot. Okay. Does everyone have a clean desk today? Did everyone do some organizing and stuff? Do you guys think that was helpful? A nice clear space? Okay, awesome. So let's get out a pen. Grab some paper. I'm going to mute it for now, but you all have the capability to unmute. So if you have a question and you want to just jump in and ask your question, please do so. Just unmute yourself and ask away. So first I'm going to talk to you guys about handling objections. And what I want to tell you is that human beings are very predictable, right? And if you learn how to master what they're going to say, if you learn how to master your emotions, you're going to be completely unattached to the outcome. Objections are a main component of the business, so you really want to get yourself used to it and comfortable with it. If you have a cool heart and you don't take it personally, you'll do great. If you get hung up and start, making it about you and she didn't sign up with me because she didn't, it's never about you. And if you start letting their objections and their questions bother you, you're really going to shy and turn away from this. And you can't do that because this is your business and objections are a huge part of it. And you're going to start avoiding speaking to people and you're going to avoid the situation if you start taking it personally. So that's really important. When someone says no, they're not saying no to you because of your size, because of your presentation, because of your appearance. It's got nothing to do with that, folks. Big thing is prejudgment, right? So prejudgment works both ways. People simply don't know. They think it's fake. They think it's a gimmick. They think it's too good to be true. They think that, they don't know. So you have to learn how to ask the right questions, zip your lip. I know it's hard for New Yorkers to shut up, but you're going to have to zip your lip and you have to listen and you have to wait for the answers. So you have to lead the conversation by asking questions, by asking the right questions, by asking emotional questions, by getting to the root of the pain, the root of the problem. But you also have to be calm and you have to be cool. And you know what? Being calm and cool doesn't come from knowing everything. Being calm and cool comes from disattaching yourself to the outcome and just being okay with not knowing everything about everything. That's one area of prejudgment. I had a client, I'm not going to say his name because this video is on YouTube and he might see it, but he was a manager at a fitness studio. And when he was signing people up, he felt that he had to know everything. He would talk to them about amino branch acids. He would talk to them about all these crazy things, scientific stuff. He would talk to them about macro and micronutrients. And you know what happened? He signed up so many people and not one person enrolled anyone else. Can you guys guess why? Anyone want to take a guess why he couldn't create any duplication in his business? Yeah, Irina.
Because they thought they had to know all this stuff.
Bingo. He made it sound so flippin' complicated that when they heard him giving this presentation, they thought, holy crap, I can't do what this guy does. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a trainer. I don't know about physiotherapy and biochemistry. He made it seem very hard. The millionaires in the company, they don't have to impress you with their wits and their smarts. They keep it simple. They keep it easy. They keep it relatable. So that's a big component of presenting the 30-second story. The 30-second story, it's called a 30-second story because 2% of that conversation is about you and 98% of the conversation is listening to them. That's really important. Another aspect of prejudging is how many of us have prejudged someone and said, she doesn't need this. She's got a big house. She's wealthy. Her husband's got a good job. She'll never do this. She's a doctor. She doesn't have the time. How many of us are guilty of prejudging someone? Right? It's wrong. It's so wrong. You have no freaking clue what is going on in somebody else's home behind closed doors. You don't know what their dreams are. You don't know what they are praying for, folks. Our job is not to decide who gets to know. Our job is to share the story with everyone and let them make that decision. It's not up to us to decide. Just think if someone passed over you or just talked about the program but never told you about the financial opportunity and you missed all your bonuses because they never told you. I'd be pissed if I missed $10,000 in bonuses because somebody was stingy with the information. So as of right now, we talk to everyone and we don't prejudge anyone and we are not attached to the outcome. And I'm going to give you an example, and it always reminds me of this, so I always use this example. You know when you like the boy in high school and you're like drooling over him and you're like, oh my God, I hope he asks me to the prom. I hope he asks me to the prom. And then he'll ask like the girl who doesn't give him the time of day. Meanwhile, you get asked out by the dork who you don't give the time of day to. When you don't seem interested, when you don't seem attached, people are interested in you. When you are looking desperate and eager and pathetic, like you're praying for that enrollment, people can smell that shit from a mile away. Right? We're cool. We're calm. We're not attached to the outcome. All we're doing is presenting the information and the decision is up to them. So you're selling the outcome. We have the best products on the planet. We have the best binary compensation plan. We have the best residual buyers. I mean, it's pretty fantastic that 84% of our customers are repeat customers that keep coming back. So objection is not a no. Objection is not personal. And all we're doing is showing people if the value is big enough, does the price really matter? If the value is big enough, does the time matter? I mean, when people are ready, they're ready. So I want you guys to call out some objections that you've dealt with, and we're going to deal with them here today. And we're going to learn how to answer them masterfully and gracefully. What are some objections that you hear? I see Lisa. Oh, hang on, Lee. Go ahead, Lisa.
Okay. I just spoke to a woman today and she said, I've already done isogenic.
Okay, perfect. So she's already done it before. What are some other objections?
Too expensive.
Okay, money. What are some other objections you guys hear in your business?
My husband. I have to ask my husband.
Okay, third party. Okay. What about the person that was eating the bacon, egg, and cheese, washing it down with a Diet Coke, and she has to get her doctor's permission? You guys never hear that one?
Yeah, a lot.
Got to speak to my doctor. What else have you guys heard? Anybody doesn't have time? Have you heard I don't have time?
Yeah.
Okay, what else? I'm looking for one more.
I'm not a shake person.
Yeah, I need to chew my food.
Or I'm not regimented.
Okay, I
Like
can't follow a schedule.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't like shakes. I can't follow a schedule. What about I want to do a little bit more research?
Yes.
You guys ever hear those? Okay.
Yes.
So these are the most frequent objections that you're going to get. The exact ones that you called out are the exact ones that I have in my book. Why? Because all people are the same. And when we learn how to masterfully handle their objections, we will be much better at presenting and enrolling, right? So the first one, money. What I tell them when they tell me that it's too much money, okay, first of all, I always present 2-packs. I give them options. You don't say, well, there's a value pack for $5.59 and that's it. You got to give people options, because when you start from the very top and go all the way down, chances are they will land somewhere in the middle, right? So we can start like this. And I don't give the roundabout number. I don't give the whole total. I break it down per day. So when we're handling the money objection, I would ask someone, well, tell me how much you're spending on food today. And they would say, well, we go out once a week. That's about $100. I buy out lunch. That's about $10 a day. I get my coffee every morning. That's about $14 a day. So, I mean, people are spending money. So you want to kind of get a breakdown of what they're spending and really show them what we're spending using our products, right? So again, if the value is big enough, trust me, the cost doesn't matter. And I start from the top. I say, we have an ultimate pack. It's the whole kit and caboodle. It's about $30 a day, but you're paying for it with pre-tax, with post-tax money that you will get to write off, right? It's called a Business Builders Pack, and it is a complete tax write-off. And that one is about $30 a day, and you're getting about $2,000 worth of products. The second pack that we have is called the Value Pack. And that pack is my favorite, because not only are you getting the 30-day basic kit, but now you're getting products that are going to address your snacking needs. You're getting bars, you're getting snacks, you're getting energy shots. But another thing you're getting is vitamins and minerals. And it's not because of you, it's not your fault, it's because our nutrition is so depleted, we're not getting enough from the food in the grocery store. So that's a big one for the pack, is the vitamins and minerals. And that one is about $18 a day. And then the last one is the basic pack. And that one is about $11 a day. You're going to get the same results on all three. Which pack do you feel more comfortable with? And believe it or not, people will land somewhere in the middle. At the very least, they will land at the bottom and not say no. People like options. When I go into a store, don't tell me, you know, you got to get this bottle for $18.99. But if you show me this bottle for $12.99 and you give me a choice, I'll walk out of there with something. But I want to have choices. People like choices. So this is very important. Get familiar. In our business group, we have the packs broken down, but present the different packs. Give people different options and help them break down their day. 80% of the people are going to give you the money objection. Very common. Don't be afraid of that. Learn how to break it down. The second objection that we're most faced with is, I'll think about it. And I like the think about it, because it actually means 20% of the people are going to say that they want to think about it or they want to do their research. And I like the people that want to sit on it and think about it. And those are the people who perhaps I would offer a 3-way phone call with. I would say, well, you know what? I have a girl on my team named Lisa. Her story reminds me so much of yours. I know you want to think about it. Would you be open if I connected you with Lisa, just so she can give you some pros and cons about the program, because she's magnificent? You have to remember that your story is not going to relate to everybody's, right? So in this business, we become story collectors. I see Ed on the phone. Maybe my story, my 28-pound weight loss, is not going to relate to a gentleman, you know, who needs to lose 60 pounds. So I would share my brief 30-second story, and I would say, you know what, I have a great guy on the team. Would you be open to getting on a phone call with him? So when they're thinking about it, we're providing them the resources and the tools to make their decision, right? We don't want them Googling stuff. When they tell me that they want to think about it, all right, let me send you an ISA movie. Let me send you a product sheet if you're concerned about the ingredients. And most importantly, let me get you on a 3-way phone call with someone who I think is knowledgeable and their story will relate to yours. Then we have, does that make sense to you guys? The think about it's are not bad. The think about it's are simply follow-ups. And I put them in my index card box and I follow up and I send them information, 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 weeks, and 2 months. And I keep following up. Then we have third-party validation. Some people will say, well, you know what, we just paid our mortgage. I got to talk to my husband about it. He's the only one who's working right now. And we've had a few people who are on this call right now who couldn't afford it at the time, but because their coach was professional and persistent in the follow-ups, they are here today and very grateful to be here today. Right, Miss Tasha? I see her talking. There she is. Her coach followed up with her for a while. She wasn't financially ready, but because of her coach, she's here now. Grateful, lighter, sexier. So what I want to share with you guys is third party. People should talk to their spouses about it because you know what? If they don't speak to their spouse about it, number one, they may or may not get their support. Number two, their husband might come home pissed off and say, you're going to return it. You want everyone in that household to be on the same page. So when someone says that they want to speak to their spouse about it, I'm okay with that. I say, you know what? My husband lost 11 pounds driving a truck on this, on this program. He's a trucker and he lost 11 pounds. If your husband wants an opinion of another gentleman on the team or another spouse, let me know. My husband would happily get on a call. I always offer. It hasn't happened yet, but I always offer. Again, we're here to support their decision. The next is no time. I don't like the no time excuse. I don't have time to get on a phone call. Can't you tell me right here in the messenger? And honestly, this is my business and I draw the line. And, I'll do a 3-way message and I'll say, it's a great nutritional program. But ultimately, the bottom line of that message in Facebook is going to be what's it called and how much, right? So you've not shared your story. You've not found out your goals. You've not had an opportunity to share the benefits of this program with someone. So when someone says they have no time, very composed. I've learned how to be composed. I used to not be so composed when I heard that. But I would say, you know what? We can either go back and forth via Facebook Messenger and it would take me over 40 minutes, or we can get on a call and spend 3 to 5 minutes and I can do the best I can to see if I can help you. And that's it. You draw the line. And if they're willing to get on a phone call, let's do it. And if they're not, why don't you message me when the timing's right? That's it. I'm not attached to the outcome. I'm not desperate. I'm not going to sit there and plug away. Out of every enrollment that I've gotten, ladies, not one of them has been via Facebook Messenger. Every enrollment that I've gotten has been from a heartfelt, heart-to-heart conversation. There were tears, there were laughs, there was a connection, there was something there that allowed them the trust to sign up with me. You understand? In a Facebook message, you're not building any of that. There's no rapport. So when there's no time, honey, there's no time. Call me when there is time. And that's okay. So let's see, money, third-party verification. When people tell me that they want to speak to their doctor and they have ailments, no problem. I send them 2 links. I send them a link to our science blog, isagenixhealth.net, and I send them a link to our product website. Because if they've got medical conditions that they've got to check with their doctor, by all means, let them. I'm not going to tell someone with a heart problem, yeah, you do it, girl. You don't need a doctor's permission. I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to give bad advice. I'm here to support them in their decision once they're comfortable with it. When people tell me that they need something to chew, and what I tell them when it comes to that, I say, you know what, honestly, I would live on coffee, until 2, 3 o'clock. I would have coffee all day long, and then I would be starving, and then I would go to Wawa, and then I would get a hoagie, and not a 6-inch hoagie. I'm talking about a hoagie, So when people tell me that they need to chew, I would say, well, what are you eating now? Because I eat a heck of a lot more now than I did before, right? We're having 2 shakes. We're having 2 snacks. We're having 1 healthy meal. Your mouth is always busy. It is. And it's something that they have in their mind. It's just, they just don't know any better. It's just a prejudgment that they have, and they think they need to chew. But honestly, most people are overweight, not because they're eating too much, because they're not eating enough. So I'm not depriving food from you. I'm adding more food to your diet. I'm adding more nutrition. That's all this is. You want to be able to break it down. Sure, Liz, go on.
Sorry to interrupt you, but you just made me think of, I get a lot of, same, like, I'm not a shake person, but then I also get some pushback when it's like, I don't want to be on shakes for the rest of my life.
That's a beautiful point. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
This is how I handle that. I have 3 types of clients, Liz. I have someone like me who loves the shakes and consumes 2 a day because it just makes my life easier, and I think they're so doggone delicious. Mm-hmm. I have some people who are doctors, lawyers, nurses, teachers, fitness instructors that are so busy they don't have an opportunity to have breakfast, so they would just supplement a shake in the morning. And then I have other people who have completely transformed their body because of this program, and they consume the shakes after a workout. And then I have some people who just need a 30-day kick in the ass. Wherever you see yourself, Liz, at the end of 30 days, I'm here to support your decision. You don't have to stay on shakes for the rest of your life, but I would ask you not to make a 30-day decision before you've even started day 1 of your program.
Okay.
And that's exactly what I say each and every time. Babe, the dog is like in my, babe, he's like in me. He is so bad. He wants so much affection, this guy. He's like out of, and then he like plays possum on the floor, so you can't like drag him out. He's just like, that's exactly what I say, because not everyone is the same. And I can't tell you how you're going to feel on day 30. On day 30, you might say, Ange, I love this. This is going to be a lifestyle. I mean, so many of us started just for a 30-day kick in the ass, but there's so many other products that we've fallen in love with that we've incorporated this into our daily routine. And there's no right or wrong way to flood your body with nutrition. Anything extra that you're adding, you're doing good for yourself. But that's a great point, and I always make it my business to show someone that whatever decision they make, I'm here to support them and guide them through it, right? Again, we're not attached to the outcome. So mastering your emotions and insecurities and speaking with a cool head. Don't let your own past and insecurities play into the transaction. And don't be afraid to close the transaction. Many of us talk and talk and talk, and it gets to a point where the client's like, okay, well, what do I have to do to get started? Hello, the client should not be asking. You should be the one to say, okay, and here's how you get started. Are you ready to make your decision today? Can I help you start the program today? You have to close it. You got to close the call, or else you're going to be on that phone for 2 hours. You share your story, provide the information, handle the objections, and say, are you ready to get started today? Okay? So, too many people in this world who need our product. Not everyone will buy it. Not everyone, like I told you guys yesterday, some people are allergic to shakes. Some people are allergic to hard work. Some people, it's not for them. But there are too many people in this world who can use your products, who this is right for. So, you got to keep it moving. Our job is to share the story with everyone. And whether they say yes or no, it's not up to you. Your job is to tell the world about it and let them decide. Some will, some won't, so what? That's a great saying. And that's how I feel about it. People want in because they're generally unhappy with their health, with their job, with their life, with their body image. For most of us, it takes practice and repetition and deep breath. It takes a lot of self-talk to get good at this. It takes time and patience to become a great enroller. But you have to be willing to suck bad enough to start getting good, right? You got to practice. You're not going to get good by listening to podcasts or reading books. You get good by talking to people. And guys, I have dealt with some crazy situations. I had a girl who, so many crazy situations, returns and diarrhea, and her husband said no, and he signed up with me for the business, and when he heard that he couldn't just post a link every day, he returned the box. The longer you're in this, the crazier the situations are going to be, and you're not alone. I have someone who's rocking and rolling, they ran to executive, and all of a sudden, they disappeared. They've gone into the witness protection program. I stopped questioning the crazy. I don't question it anymore. People are different. People are weird. It's not for everyone. And I can't waste my time or effort figuring out why. Because all that great, valuable time, I could be finding somebody awesome. So don't just talk. You want to paint a whole picture. You want to relate to the client. You want to empathize with them. You want to ask them how they feel. You want to ask them how to rate the situation. You really want to let go of the outcome and get into the game. You have to give yourself a chance. And what I can tell you is that, when you talk to 10 people, even if you're awful, you'll sign up one. You get a little better, you talk to 10 people, you'll sign up 2. Even better, you'll sign up 3. It takes time, ladies. It takes practice. It's funny, as kids, everybody's in the sandbox, eating boogers together, sharing toys, playing together. There's no inhibition. There's no restriction when you're children. And all of a sudden, something happens as you become an adult, and it gets weird to even say hello. You got to see how people sit on the subway in New York City. Don't make eye contact, don't look at him. What happened to the world where you can just look at somebody and say, hello, that's a beautiful scarf. That's what we are. We're connectors, and that's all we're doing. And when I meet someone because I genuinely want to meet them. I want to get to know them. And you want to take an interest in someone, like this is going to be your new best friend. Not like this is your $25 commission. Don't do that. This is not about the sale. This is about meeting lifelong friends and partners who you can, just relate to and share dreams with. This is very special what we get to do, and you want to treat it like that, because you never know who's going to come into your organization that's going to rock your world. Rock. So give yourself a chance. Don't let your own insecurities get in the way of living the good life. You are in the right place at the right time with the right company. You want to find leads. You want to get on calls. You want to learn from leaders, and you really want to get good at mastering and handling those objections. And, Susan Sly says, look, the program, it's free or it's free. If you don't like it, you pack it up and you send it back, and there's no hard feelings. And if you determine that you love it, I can show you how to get this stuff for free. So it's just about talking to people and really sharing the story. So now I want to teach you guys how to share your 30-second story. And in the beginning, I'm going to find the pointers that Jackson Parr gave us, because I love them so much. They may or may not be in here, but I remember them anyway. In the beginning, when I was first sharing my 30-second story, it was awful. And I'm sorry that I'm not looking at you guys. I'm just trying to find Jackson's notes, but I remember them anyway. I wanted to see if I had the written version here. That's okay. I remember them by heart. In the beginning, when I would tell my 30-second story, it kind of sounded like this. I would call my friends and I would say, oh my God, holy shit. I just lost 11 pounds in 3 weeks on this cleanse. I don't know what the hell it does. It's crazy. It's not the type of cleanse that makes you shit, but you get to eat these chocolates on cleanse days and you're drinking these juice and like these little rabbit pellets. I don't even know what they are, but you're totally not hungry. And then on shake days, you're having shakes and like I'm eating clean now and stuff, but don't worry, the first 3 days, like you'll have a headache and you'll feel awful and tired, but like by day 5, you'll feel awesome and you won't even want like the bad stuff anymore. And that was like my presentation. That's what I would talk about myself, my experience, the details of the program. I would describe my bowel movements, how I'm shitting so much healthier now. It was awful. It was awful, right? Can you guys relate to being awful presenters in the very beginning? Yeah. So again, it takes mastery and it takes time. So what I'm going to teach you guys is how to share your 30 seconds. I did such good cleaning and organizing that I can't find anything. I'm like, so what I want to share with you guys is how to share your 30-second story effectively, concisely, ask the right questions, and learn how to listen to someone. So the first thing that I say is how I learned about this program. Okay, so let's start from scratch, and I'll write it here. I'll write it in the chat. So before the program, okay? So can someone yell out some answers? I'll call on you. Nikki, how did you feel about before the program? Give me 3 adjectives, please, to describe how you felt prior to the program.
Tired, low energy, and a pretty low self-esteem.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to write this down here in our chat. Tired, low energy, low self-esteem. Okay. How did you hear about this program?
From my college roommate, Heather, who I connected with on Facebook. And she was, I saw her before and after photos. And she kept talking about how great she felt.
Beautiful.
And I saw him for a couple weeks, and I finally reached out to her.
All extra. They don't care about that.
Okay.
They don't care. We got to keep it short and concise. So we're going to time ourselves. I'm going to ask you all to do it today, and I'm going to put a stopwatch, and I want to hear all of you share your 30-second story. So you want to start with before. Give 3 adjectives. Nikki did great. Before the program, I was tired, I was low on energy, and my self-esteem was shot. Okay? That's pretty clear, right? I think emotionally, I feel what she's feeling. Then you want to say point number 2, how you heard about the program. And the reason why you're saying who you heard about the program and how you heard about the program is because you're giving validity, you're giving credibility, you're showing people that you are not buying this off the shelves at GNC. You hear what she said? I bought it off, I heard about it, not I bought it off, scratch that. I heard about this through my college roommate, Heather, after seeing her remarkable results. That's it. She doesn't need, people don't care if you and Heather roomed together, where you went to college. Just short, simple, and concise. I heard about it from my college roommate after seeing her results. That was beautiful. What were your results, Nikki?
When I finished the 30 days, I lost 15 pounds.
How many inches?
I think it was 21 total.
All right. How'd you feel? How was your energy?
Way high. I felt very different in a good way.
Okay, talk to me about your self-esteem. More confidence?
I have more confidence. I love myself.
That's a beautiful thing. Did everyone feel that when she just said that? Did you just want to cry? That's the type of stuff that you want to connect with someone. Okay, so my screen is frozen. Can you guys still hear me? Okay, but can you see me or no? Okay, my screen is frozen. I think I froze while crying. So now the last part is as a result, okay? As a result, what is your mission statement, Nikki? What are your goals? What are you really hoping to do with this program that you have found?
I want to share it with as many people as possible.
All right.
So I can share so they can feel as good as I do.
Give me 30 seconds. I'm going to try to reconnect again. Let's see if it allows me to reconnect back. Okay. So, as a result, I am so passionate about this program and want to share it with everyone. Okay? Can you guys see how that's a 30-second story without all the fluff and without all the mumbo jumbo? That's what a 30-second story should look like. And I want us all to practice that. So I'm going to share my 30-second story with you, and I'm going to time myself. I don't see myself. I don't know where my screen went, but as long as you guys can hear me, it's fine. So let me pull up my clock, my timer. We're going to use that formula. Do you guys have that formula in the chat box? That didn't disappear, right?
No, it's there.
Okay, so let me go to my stopwatch and I'll start. Before my nutritional program, I was overweight. I was uncomfortable, I had low self-esteem, and I was so upset with myself every day. I heard about this program through my childhood friend Jen, who posted on Facebook that she lost 9 pounds. I was blown away and decided to give it a try. I lost 28 pounds and 49 inches, and I gained so much confidence. I gained so much self-worth. Now, as a result, I'm sharing this passionately with other women just like me. 35 seconds. Okay, so let's go around. Karen's giving me internet tips. I'm gonna see if I can turn Wi-Fi off and maybe do just the Ethernet. Will that help? If I lose you guys, I'll be right back on. Okay, so Nikki, let's try to hear your 30-second story together, put together as a whole, and I will time you. Go.
Okay. Before I started the program, I felt tired, low energy, low self-esteem. I heard about the program from my roommate, a college roommate, Heather, and I saw her amazing results. So I did the 30-day program, and at the end, I lost 30 days, I lost 15 pounds and 21 inches, and I felt great. And as a result, I want to just share this with everyone and share these wonderful products so that everyone can feel as good as me.
Awesome. 34 seconds. That's a great job, Nikki. Connect on an emotional level. I know you were in a hurry to get it within the time, but I think that there was probably not a dry eye in the house when you said, I finally love myself again. That's the type of shit that will really resonate and touch someone. And it's true. It's true. People are coming because they're not in a good place, and you're helping them find themselves again. And to me, that's a magnificent thing that you can do for someone. So let's hear Sally. We have the formula in the chat box. I'm going to time you. Let's try to, let's hear your 30-second story. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
It's a little broken up, but we'll do our best.
before the program, I was tired. I had incredibly low energy and I had brain fog. I heard about the program from my niece, and after seeing her results and losing her baby weight, I decided to do the 30-day program. After the 30-day program, I felt great. I lost 15 pounds and 22 inches. And as a result, I want to share this with as many people as possible.
Wonderful. I would take out one thing. I would not call it a 30-day program, because when you're calling it a 30-day program, you're giving people the impression that it's 30 days in and then they're out. Call it a nutritional program or a healthy lifestyle change, right? Because this is not about 30 days. This is about being on God's green earth for as long as humanly possible by flooding our body with the right nutrition. I thought it was fabulous. And I would do it in the mirror over and over and over again before the program. What are 3 adjectives that I felt that would resonate with people? And guys, guess what? Anytime I tell this story, my adjectives change. If I'm talking to a mom who's low on energy, I'm going to focus on the energy. If I'm talking to a mom who's absolutely broke, I'm going to talk to her about the financial thing. Those adjectives can change because we feel a heap of different ways before starting this program, right? So stick with the 4 points, but remember, it's interchangeable. It's your story, and depending on who you talk to, the story can and will change. So before the program, how you felt, how you heard about this, what your results are, and what your mission is today. Those are your 4 key points. Great job, Sally. How about you, Donna?
Can you hear me?
Yep, we hear you.
Sorry,
We see
I'm
you.
on my iPad. My laptop is getting fixed.
No worries. I'll start the clock now.
Okay. Before I started the program, I felt bloated, fatigued, and overweight. I heard about it from my best friend in college, and as a result, I lost 30 pounds. I don't feel bloated anymore. I don't feel fatigued, and I gained my self-confidence back because I lost the weight. And I'm so passionate, and I'd like to share this with others. I didn't see the gallery, by the way, the view, but I just listened and I was taking notes. So I know that went over.
You're 32 seconds and you did wonderful. The only thing that I would add is you skipped over. You said, I heard about it through my best friend in college. You heard about it through your best friend who lost 20 fucking pounds.
Right.
That's a big deal. Your best friend dropped 20 pounds. And when I saw her results, I was blown away. Right? Let people know, bring validity, because now it's not just you that's having results, it's your friend. Oh my God.
I knew I skipped over because I heard the baby start to cry, so I apologize.
No, but you're doing great. But this is the formula, right? This is the formula. And the more you practice this formula, the better you'll be, the more words you'll add in, the more emotion you'll add in, the more, it will get easier, I promise. But at least you're not going to be given this 45-minute spiel about shake days and cleanse days. They don't care about your story. You know what they care about? How can you help me? How am I going to feel better? Is this going to work for me? That's what's important. So you want to keep your part of the conversation 2 minutes, short, concise, focus on them. And then I'll teach you guys the questions to ask. But the story was great, Donna.
Thank you.
How about you, Jen?
I put, before Isogenics, I felt tired, defeated, and had no self-esteem. I learned about this program through my cousin Shayna, who lost weight and always had more energy. After listening to her story, I decided to give it a shot. As a result, I lost 30 pounds and have never felt better. I love life and smile every day. I want to help as many people as possible to feel as good as I do.
Beautiful. Omit the word Isogenics. Use a nutritional program. I don't like to give the name of the program. And I think it's great. I would love to know what Shayna's results were. Did Jennifer freeze on me? All right, we'll get back. How about you, Nicole? What were Shayna's results, Jen?
Oh, she had lost all her baby weight, and she works out all the time now. She's never felt better, and she's actually in CrossFit competitions now.
You might want to add that. That's a pretty important factor. My cousin Shayna not only lost her baby weight, but this helped her transform her body so much she's actually competing professionally.
She is.
Right? Because now you're showing that this ain't just about weight loss. This is about, getting you to that peak state. That's a big deal. From baby weight to CrossFit competitions, holy Moses, that's a big, you definitely want to add that in the story. That's a big one, very important. How about you, Nicole Ann? Oh, I'm sorry, Nicole. I think I muted you, unmuted. All right, ready.
Before the program, I was tired, sluggish, and bloated. I heard about the program from my friend Irina, who lost 30 pounds. After seeing her results, I decided to give it a try. I lost 10 pounds and 12 inches. I now have more energy for my children. Hold on, I'm sorry. So as a result, I want to help others feel this good. And
yeah. So put a little more emotion into it. I think the words were great. You can add some things like, you know what, after watching Irina, I am so proud of myself that I lost the 10 pounds and I feel like a better mom. I know it sounds very like rehearsed and written right now, but these are just the general guidelines and you will get better. Put some emotion behind it. That's the stuff that's going to really get people on board. But I love it. It's great. I mean, if you're talking to another mom and you're going to say, I have more patience for my kids, I feel like a better mom, that's going to resonate with me because I want to not whoop my kids on a daily basis. Is this program going to help me? Awesome. How about you, Liz?
All right. So before the program, I was tired. I was overweight. I was frustrated. I had tried everything in the past with little to no results or either took way too much prep time. My friend Kelly from college introduced me to the program. She had lost 14 pounds on it. So I decided to give it a try after watching her for over a year posting about it. And I have lost 28 pounds in 2.5 months. My energy is through the roof and I'm just trying to share it with everyone and anyone because I wish I knew about it 10 years ago.
Beautiful. My only regret was waiting too long. 36 seconds. Perfect. Do you guys think she did a great job? Yeah, terrific.
Thank you.
That was great. My only regret is waiting too long. That's the big one. My coach said to me when she signed me up, she said, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And I thought she's right. I said, I'm going to save the receipt, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to pack it up and send it back. And it's, nothing to lose and an entire life to gain. So showing them the value is very important. I thought that was excellent, Liz.
Thank you.
How about you, Carol?
I need to unmute. Oh.
Where did she go?
I don't know. I just hit the wrong thing.
Oh, there you are.
Can you hear me?
We hear you and we see you.
Okay. Before the program, I was exhausted and frustrated by my inability to lose weight. I heard about the program from my friend Randall, who had amazing results. I just lost my. Since starting, I've lost 13 pounds and 18 inches and gained a ton of energy, and I sleep like a baby. I feel so incredible now, and I want to share this with other moms like me.
Wonderful. I would add in a little bit more what Randall's results are, what this has done for you as a mom, how much energy it's given you, and how it's drastically transformed your life. Put a few more emotional words in there to bring a little bit more validity and credibility and relatability to somebody else.
Okay.
Awesome job. How about you, Chrissy Callista?
All right. Before I started the program, I felt tired, I had low energy, and I was frustrated. I heard about this from my friend Heather, who was super excited about all of the energy that she got after completing the program, and she also lost 30 pounds or 20 pounds. I too almost lost 15 pounds and had a ton of energy. Now, as a result, I'm sharing this program with as many people as I can so that they can feel just as great.
Awesome. And now, depending on who you're talking to, you're going to, perfect, 30 seconds, exactly. So now, depending on who you're talking to, you're going to add in some key words, right? So if they've expressed that they're tired or whatever, just add in some relatability. How about you, Irina?
All right. Am I unmuted?
Yes, ma'am.
Before I started the program, I was tired, out of shape, and in a mental fog. After watching my brother and sister-in-law lose about 60 pounds on the program, I decided to give it a shot. And as a result, I have a ton of energy. I'm 30 pounds lighter, and I think so much clearer now. So now I just want to help as many people as I can feel the way I do.
Yeah, awesome. 23 seconds. And again, it's interchangeable. If she's talking to a mom, she will be able to say, keep up with my 3 kids under the age of 5, right? So great, but concise and to the point. How about you, Lisa?
Before the program, I was exhausted. I was gaining weight by the day, and my self-esteem was shot. I heard about the program through my friend Angela, who lost 28 pounds in 2 months. I decided to give it a shot, and I lost 30 pounds in 3 months, and I feel amazing. I have so much energy, and my passion is just sharing this with everybody that I know, because I can't believe I found something that works.
I love it. I love it, because I can't believe I finally found something that works. How many of you can relate to finally finding something that works? That's a big deal. That statement alone is a big deal. Awesome job, Lisa. How about you, Courtney?
Oh, you unmuted me. Okay. I'm still kind of working on it since I only did the 9-day program. But, you know, before, like I had told you, I was tired, bloated, and discouraged. And after hearing about the program from Rob's client and how she lost 28 pounds in 2 months, I decided to give it a try. And in the 9 days, I lost 5 pounds. So as a result, I want to share it with, you know, my friends and family, you know, fellow athletes, to help them get back on track, or even give them just more energy.
Yeah, absolutely. I would throw in there the program works for everyone. If I can lose 5 pounds in 9 days, anyone can do this, right? So that's perfect. How about you, Karen?
Okay, well, mine has to be altered a little because I'm only on day 3.
That's all right.
So what I would just say is that before I started this program, I was afraid of being in pictures with my children. And I stood behind them and hid because I felt so horrible about how I looked. And I decided I didn't want to be like my mother, who was just diagnosed with diabetes, and I needed to do something, and it was time. I heard about this nutritional program from my sister-in-law, Lisa, and I saw her lose weight, 20 pounds or almost 25 pounds in 2 months. And I saw her gain so much energy. I said, I absolutely had to try this program. So far I've started. I found it so easy to do. And as a result, I'm really passionate about this, and I want to share it with everyone, because I also think that it's got some great financial advantages that I know I could really use, and I'm sure other people can too.
Yeah. 3 days in the program. How many of you guys think she just did a kick-ass job?
Woo!
You don't need a solid story to tell a story. You don't need to be in this for so long to be able to share somebody else's story.
I already have 2 people that are waiting until I tasted the shakes.
Yeah.
And they're going to start because I already told them my story is why I was starting before I even got my package delivered. So.
Well, I have to tell you something. You know what got me is this young mother saw her own mother go on a path of destruction, right? She didn't want the same for her children, and she decided to make a change. And how many can respect that and relate to that on an emotional level, want to do better than the parents before us, right? As parents, we don't want to make the same mistakes mistakes that our kids make, that our parents made. We want to do things better for our children, for our generation. And when she started that conversation and said, look, my mother went down a wrong path, and when I saw my cousin getting healthy, I decided to do this. Not only is it noble, but you know what? Someone who's just on the program, who hardly has a story, is making a great story. I want to change the cycle. How many people are here because they want to change that cycle? They don't want their children to grow up struggling with weight issues the way they have, right? Awesome job, Karen. Okay, who do I see? How about Ed? The only boy, always the only boy on the call. All right, I'm timing you, buddy.
What do I got? 10 seconds?
For you. Go.
Before isogenics, I got married, had kids, got fat, lazy, and made the couch look really good sitting on it all the time. My wife found some stranger on Facebook promoting weight loss. We gave it a try. After 5 days, I woke up. It was the first time I slept through the night. I felt freaking amazing. I told her to go to the store, buy some more. She said, we can't do that. This is part of a scam. So we kept using the products, felt amazing, lost 48 pounds, got my energy back, felt like a better parent to my kid instead of sitting on the couch. And now, from sharing the program, we've created a multiple six-figure income by helping others feel the same way.
Awesome. So,
Time? Can I get a time?
52, my friend, not so.
Oh, your clock is fast.
If we were like on the Apollo show, I would have grabbed the cane and pulled you off. That show. But,
was on it.
But I think a lot of people can relate. I mean, when he said for the first time in 2 years, after 5 days on the program, I finally had a first night of sleep. I mean, how many people are lacking sleep, exhausted, low on energy? That hit me. I felt it when he said for the first time after 5 days on the program, I woke up and I got a solid night of sleep, and I said to my wife, you know what, whatever you're doing, as a husband, how many of us have husbands that can relate to this guy? Right? Awesome job, Ed. How about you, Dawn? Oh, okay. There you go.
Before the nutritional program, I was low on energy, not sleeping well, and feeling really down on myself. I tried everything out there and nothing worked. I heard about the program from my friend Heather, who lost 22 pounds and felt amazing, so I thought I'd give it a try. As a result, I lost 22 pounds and 15 inches. My energy shot through the roof. I slept through the night for the first time, and now I'm running half marathons again, and I'm more confident than I've ever been. This program has truly changed my life. Sorry, I always get emotional still, for the better, and I want to tell the world.
Yay. How many of you guys think that was awesome? Yeah, amazing.
And I could tell my story over and over, and I still cry, and I've been doing this 1.5 years. It's bizarre to me, but...
Yeah, and I've been listening to these stories for 4 years, and it never gets old. I still cry. So, amazing. How about Christine? Oh, she unmuted. I muted her. I'm not going to touch the mute button anymore. That's it. All right, go.
I have so many problems with my internet. Before the program, I was unmotivated. I was exhausted. And I was almost embarrassed to have my boyfriend touch my stomach, literally, because I hated the way I felt. I was introduced by a customer of mine, I deliver mail to, who I watched every single day transform, getting better and better, and I needed to know how. And she introduced me to this nutritional life that I so love right now. And I lost 11 pounds, 15 inches. I am happy, I am awake, and I feel like I can walk down the street with the most beautiful of women and just be right next to them and equal. And it's changed everything for me. See, don't get me emotional. It's better than therapy.
It is. And can I tell you guys, somebody had the balls to approach her mail lady. This is somebody's mail lady who was outside the house delivering the mail, and thank God for Amber. She had the cojones to stop and share the program with this woman. And because of that, Christine has probably signed up and helped over 25 people to date.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's incredible. You cannot prejudge anyone. You've got to share this story with the world. It's magnificent. You got to see this lady before and after. So we'll go to Miss Powell. Let's hear your 30-second story, and then we'll go to Tasha. And then I'll give you a few questions, and I'll send you guys a live presentation, a live prospecting call that I did with someone in hopes that, you know, it will help you. But let's hear from Miss Powell. Where are you? The screen just moved.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. Okay. Before the program, I had gained 60 pounds after I had my baby. I was fat, broken, depressed, and I stumbled across the program through someone's profile picture. She looked amazing, and I tried the products, and I lost 10 pounds in 10 days. And my goal is to help 1,000 families earn six-figure incomes.
Magnificent. I want you to, are you working from home now?
Yes.
I want you to put that into your story. I think that's important. As a result of the products that I fell in love with, I now have the opportunity to stay home, never missing a moment of my son's life.
Okay.
You want to put a little bit of emotion into that. You want to let people know what it's done for you and how it's impacted you on an emotional level. You've lost weight, you feel great, but now you have the opportunity to be home with your baby while still earning a magnificent income.
Right.
Good job.
Thank you.
We have one more. Oh, where did she go? Hello, Miss Tasha.
Hi.
There she is. The screens keep moving around.
Before I started the program, I was tired, eating unhealthy, and unhappy with my weight. I heard about it from my friend Sabina, who lost 20 pounds in her first 30 days. I've lost 12 pounds and over 25 inches in my first 30 days, and I've had a ton of non-scale victories. I have so much energy now, more self-confidence, and a passion to share this with as many people as possible so they can feel as amazing as I do.
Beautiful. What are some of those non-scale victories? I want you to make me cry.
I'm losing a lot of inches. I'm I guess people are saying that I'm inspiring them, motivating them to do things. I'm having a lot of inches lost, but not pounds. But I can't compare myself, because if I compare myself, I wouldn't have stayed with the program.
Yeah, but what about non-scale victories like I've now become a better mom, I'm now a better version of myself, I've now been able to inspire and help other women who are just like me?
Okay, yeah. I'm not as frustrated as I used to be with my kids.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely a better mom because of it. I'm able to, I don't know, I guess there's a lot of stuff that you said.
Well, you're passionate for life. You wake up out of bed in the morning, you feel joyful, you look forward to the day. So there's a lot of non-scale victories that are happening here. It's not about the weight you lose, it's about the life that you're gaining. And, you know, the sense of community, the sense of purpose, the sense of self-worth, it's a big deal, right? So don't be afraid to talk about that. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of Jackson Parr's recipe. Jackson Parr is a millionaire in our company. He's magnificent. And he taught us a little cake recipe. So when he gets someone offline and on the phone, he basically says to them, can I ask you a few questions to see if I can help you, right? He's getting their permission. Okay, so when he's talking with them, he's saying, okay, well, what are some of your goals, right? Because we don't prejudge anyone. We want to know what the root of the problem is. What are some of your goals? How long have you been feeling this way? Have you tried any programs in the past? What has worked for you? What are the 2 to 3 areas that you feel most uncomfortable with? What is it that you don't like about those areas? How long have you been feeling this way? Do you have something coming up in the future, in the near future, that I can help you get ready for? Maybe an anniversary, maybe a child's birthday, something. Get them a little vulnerable. Get them to open up. Get them to answer some questions, okay? When I ask them those questions, I say, wonderful. It sounds like I can help you. If you don't mind, would I be able to share my 30-second story with you? After I ask their questions, ask them the questions, and after I get to know them, I would like to ask them, ask their permission if I can share my 30-second story. And only then would I share my 30-second story with them. And then I would say, do you have any other questions about the program? And of course, they might have questions. What do I eat? What is it like? I answer all their questions. I handle all their objections. And then I say, are you ready to get started today? So Irina's a very good enroller. Does your conversation go like this? Yeah, is there something? Hang on, Irina, let me unmute. Oh, now you're unmuting and I'm muting. Okay, is there something that you add into the conversation?
I always ask what their goals are first, and then I always let them know my story after I hear their goals. And I always ask them, is there a reason that you're looking to lose this weight? Is there an event coming up or anything like that? And sometimes they say no, sometimes they say yes, I have my son's party coming up. And then I say, how would you feel? I love Jackson Park. That is who made me like super excited. So I always use, like I always just take hints of what they say and kind of like, you know,
make it your own.
Yeah, make it my own. I can't explain it because it has to be like natural and I just flow when it's happening.
Yeah, and it will become natural for all of you guys, but it is about sharing the story, sharing your story. You're all here because you've all had magnificent results with your program. And it's just about talking to people. And honestly, you know, you get better. Everyone gets better. I promise you, the way I started, I would probably have to call up my first 150 clients and apologize to them for my lack of knowledge. But you know what? It's gotten me to the place where I am today, here, now. It was I guess the desire. I wanted it so bad that I was willing to be bad temporarily until I got better and until I learned. And honestly, I went to events and I listened to podcasts and I still learn things from people. Every time I get on a three-way phone call, I always learn something from someone. You don't have to be a masterful enroller to be successful in this business, because so many of us are willing to help you until you do get to be a great enroller. But it's about asking the right questions, getting to their heart, connecting on an emotional level, building a rapport, sharing a smidget of your story, and letting them share theirs. You know, asking great questions. And what I want you all to walk away with, thinking and reminding yourself, is that no is not no to you. Think of the waitress in the diner. Do you want a cup of coffee? Do you want a cup of coffee? Do you want a cup of coffee? No thanks, no thanks. How many times does the waitress hear no to the cup of coffee? She does not go behind the register and cry because someone said no, right? Cool head, cool heart, unattached to the outcome. Because if you start fearing the rejection and if you start feeling apprehensive every time somebody says no or gives you, objections are great. Objections are great. It gives you the opportunity to present the stuff that's actually true. Most of the people don't know. When people ask me, Ange, is this a pyramid scheme? I'm like, dude, the fuck does that mean? You're calling me a schemer? Like, what does that even mean, a pyramid scheme? Do I look like I would take part in some criminal activities? Don't answer that, Ed. But I mean, guys, people say things just because they're supposed to say things. Most of the time, they don't even know what that means. So be calm, be cool, be professional. You know, when somebody says, is this one of those pyramids? I would say, what do you mean by that? Like, you know, when you're like at the top and then everyone's underneath you. And I'm like, yeah, but we all get paid. in this pyramid. You know, like you just have to answer their questions and not get mad. When people would tell me like they would have to speak to their doctor, I would get nuts on them. I'd be like, what are you talking about? If you could drink a Diet Coke, you could drink a shake, dummy. You can't, but you can't be like that. You have to grow into this professional role, right? People are coming to you because you're positive, you're professional, you're knowledgeable, you're happy on Facebook. Everyone's, you know, talking about Trump and Hillary, and there you are. Wake up, Motivational Monday. That's why people are coming to you, because they need some good stuff in their life, right? So when they get you on a call and they're asking you valid questions, it's up to you to be prepared and give them valid answers. Don't be afraid. And if you haven't done enough calls, and if you're not sure if you're doing it right, by all means, ask any one of us. We'd all be happy to get on three-way calls with you. The only person who fails in this business is the person who quits. Anyone who is with me that has been doing this for 2 to 3 years, they have one entire leg maxed out. That's how much volume our team has produced. That's how many happy customers. In our upline from me all the way up, we have about 10 millionaires. I mean, this is not a rare story. These are stories. When I came into this company, Lisa DeMeo was the 93rd millionaire 3.5 years ago. Today, they're up to 208. This could be here for every single one of us. Don't you quit because somebody poo-pooed you. Don't you quit because your husband, you know, thinks you're selling Tupperware. Don't you quit because somebody hurt your feelings and said you're too fat to be selling weight loss. I've gone through all of it. I've gone through all of it. The hurt, the tears, the everything that you could imagine. And you know what? I wake up and I have residual income in my account, and I have food in my fridge, and my mortgage is paid, and my kids are safe and happy. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. The good people that I've connected with, not somebody who should have and would have and could have and poo-pooed on you because you're not afraid to go against the grain. You're here because you're a visionary. They're not here yet. They don't get it. Don't be afraid to be the leader because you're here. You see something special. Not everybody sees it yet. And that's okay. That's okay. I told my friends, I'm going to the top. You can either join me now or you can join me later when there's a heck of a lot of people under that tree. But either way, I'm going. And that's how I wake up every day. Whose life am I going to change? Who am I going to help? Who am I going to help lose weight and feel comfortable in their skin? Who am I going to help pay their mortgage this month? What mom am I going to help not have to choose between soccer and dancing school? We're life changers. You have the gift to change the world, right? Just because somebody doesn't get it, or just because you're new and still learning, invest in yourself. Grow yourself. Get so good that they notice you. Get so good that you develop a pack of haters. You got haters, girl, you're doing something right. So don't be afraid. And, you know, I'll give you guys an assignment. Practice your 30-second story. I want you to text 10 people in your phone tomorrow. Blame it on me. Say, I got this stupid assignment from this crazy girl, Ange. Would it be okay if I shared my story with you? It's about growing and getting uncomfortable and just getting good at telling my story to people. Would it be okay if I practiced on you? Guys, there's 17 of us on the call. If we all shared our story with 10 people and had 170 conversations, I guarantee we would have 17 enrollments tomorrow. Yeah. Don't be afraid to kick ass. No one's stopping you but you. So, does anyone have any questions before we go? We went a little over time, but I think this night's call was very important. Tomorrow we're going to talk about Facebook, social media, branding yourself, how I oh, I hear somebody schmooping. Somebody's baby is not happy. That's not mine. Do you guys have any questions? Yeah, Liz.
Sorry.
No worries. I love questions.
In the beginning, you talked about not being, not trying not to be too eager, which I'm trying to learn. But do you send like consistent like notifications to them about promotions and things, or do you just let them come to you?
No, I don't wait. I don't make, you're not going to make $1 million by sitting on your ass waiting for people to come to you. You got to get to work.
So you continually try to go at that, not at them, but, contact them again, telling them about different promotions and things.
Different promotions. Sometimes I'm asking my friends for referrals. Last week it was text messages. I got to get back on the text messages. I went from S to T, but here's something that I was doing. Hey, this is Anna Valeska. Wanted to shoot you a quick message, let you know what I've been up to. I lost 28 pounds on a program and am now committed to helping people. I've helped over 600 people so far. If you know anyone who's looking to lose weight and get healthy and gain energy, I would greatly appreciate the referral. This is going out to every single person in my text, in my phone book. Ed is 100% right. Follow-ups aren't sexy, but they get us paid. It takes 4 to 6 conversations for someone to sign up. Then I have another message happening on Facebook where I am inviting friends to post for me on my behalf. Other times I would, tell people there's a great promotion. You were the first person I thought of. I am always asking. My Facebook has 3,000 friends. Your Facebook has 1,000. Yours has 1,000. Yours has 1,000. If I ask you to post on my behalf and you to post and you to post, now that's 6,000 people that are seeing the post without me ever leaving the house. And I learned that from Kathy Coover herself. She's like, you got to ask for referrals. You got to be adding friends. You got to make new connections. Hair salons, nail salons, massage parlors, chiropractors, where you bring your children to the pediatrician. Ask if you can leave your business cards there. Ask for referrals. Ask if you can set up a vendor table. There is no harm in asking. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. And you know what? If they get sick of you, they'll block you or tell you to piss off. I'm not afraid of that.
What do you do? What if you've already had like I think I was more getting at, what if you've had the 3-way call with them?
Yeah, keep following up.
And then keep sending them those promotions and things.
Yeah,
okay. Okay, because that's what I'm doing. I just don't want to I feel like I'm too eager and just,
Well, I think if you do it in a professional manner and it's not overkill, and I think if you follow up with someone every 2 months or so, there's a right and a wrong time. If you're pestering someone every week who clearly has no interest, that's inappropriate. But if you are following up with someone every 2 months and you say that, hey, I saw this great video and I thought of you. I wanted to see how you're doing with the Weight Watchers or how your new boot camp class is going. Mm-hmm. Genuinely care about people. You don't have to follow up and send them a promotion. You can merely follow up and say, how are the kids feeling?
Right.
I love that sweater you were wearing on Facebook the other day. Where did you get that? Following up is just connecting with someone. It's not always like, I suggest,
Yeah.
And I don't know what Ed said, but he's right. He's always right.
Thank you.
It's up to you. You know what? Everyone that I speak to, I feel is going to sign up. Always. Every person that I've ever spoken to will sign up. But again, this is not about me. They're going to sign up when they're ready, not when I want them to. But Sabine Kyle, I'm going to post this in the leaders group, but this is a great example. She followed up with someone. The woman abruptly said, no, thank you. And then she followed up again, and the woman abruptly said, not interested. And because of Sabine's professionalism, lack of emotional attachment, and consistency, the woman signed up 1 year later. People are testing you. They want to know, is this another It Works girl? Is this another, a scheme? People are testing you. They want to see if this girl is going to have my back. Is she committed? I have people come to me all the time and say, you know what? I can't believe you're still doing this shit. All right, I'm ready. All right, I'm ready. Whatever you're doing, fine. If you're still at it, I'm coming on board. It's up to us to stay consistent. And that doesn't mean that I don't have a bad day. That doesn't mean that I don't have a bad week. That doesn't mean I don't wake up fat or pissed off or whatever. I'm human. But you know what? I don't bring it on Facebook. I don't bring it to my clients, and I don't bring it to my downline. If I am frustrated, if I'm pissed off at my numbers, you have to really manage your frustrations. You have to manage your frustrations. It's a big part of it because cycles go up, cycles go down, but the impression that people have of you will last forever. So you want to be cool. People are telling me that they have been watching me for over a year now. This stuff must work. Yeah, don't ever get discouraged. Consistency is the name of the game. It's about talking to everyone and staying the course. I cannot express to you guys how sad I used to get in the beginning because great people, I had so many great consultants, I had great executives that were with me, and they stopped. And I promise you that had they not stopped, and if they just continued what they were doing and got the BS out of their head, they would be millionaire status today. I know it. I had great people. A few people poo-pooed them, somebody returned the pack, they got discouraged, and they quit. And I said, hell no, I'm not quitting. I don't care what happens to me. I don't care what they do to me. I'm going to get stronger, better. I'm going to grow from it, and I'm going to lead by example. And that's a big deal. The good people have quit way before their time. And I think Karen knows that. Karen has seen that in the industry. I think we've all heard stories where good people give up way before their time. And I just can't understand. If it takes you 4 years to get a law degree, 4 years to get an accounting degree, what the hell do you expect in your first year? To become a superstar? You know, give it time. The first year is a learning curve. It's a process. You're going through all the bullshit, so by year 2, you can teach all your team, you know, about the bullshit to expect and how they can get better and how they can deal with it. And honestly, year 4, I'm coming into and I'm still learning. I'm still taking courses. I'm still going to events because I want to learn and grow and get better. Yeah. So any questions?
I just have one question.
Yes, my dear.
And it's more about, like, I know you keep doing enrollments. When you keep getting enrollments because you have, you know, this massive, these legs that are so packed, where do you put them? Do you keep going across or do you just go down? What do you do?
Well, with a binary compensation plan, you have a left side and you have a right side. I found an Ed Golden, who is a 5-star Golden Circle, who brought on a Heather Lynch and an Ellen Brensel and a very strong powerhouse team. So my left side is always very strong. I have $150,000, not dollars. I have $150,000 in volume on my left side, right? The Dawn Harmon, all my powerhouses are there. So right now, I am strongly building and working with my right side. Now, my right side, for me to max out, needs to hit 75,000 points, right? So it has to be 150,000 on one side and 75,000 on the other. That is 250 cycles every week. That gives you permission to max out and start building a re-entry. Now, a re-entry leg is very interesting because they allow you to enroll yourself on top of yourself, which means that one entire leg is blown out, so you only have to do one focus leg. So right now, I'm working on my right side. I'm working with Lisa. I'm working with Vicky Brunetti, with Sophia, a lot of my righties. Sally's on my right side. If I can get that right side to hit 75,000 2 more times, I will max out. But in a binary compensation plan, it's always left and right, left and right, left and right. And you always want to hold that executive status because as an executive, you're getting 10% bonus. You're qualifying for some very big trips as well as leadership pools. So my focus is always to remain executive. You know, people do 5 and 5. I like to have 10 and 10. I want a buffer. But as long as your legs are strong and self-sufficient, I know Ed is a great leader, and I don't have to worry about that left leg, only to keep consultants stable. It's really just left and right, and plus you're on Lisa's leg, so you're going to be seeing a lot of volume from Lisa's side, which is the beauty of this compensation plan, because it's 1/3 on one side, 2/3 on the other. Remember, 150,000 here and 75,000 here, which is awesome because half the enrollments are going to be coming from Lisa's team side. So once you hit executive, you only have one focus leg. I mean, this is very exciting. And there's no limit on what you can make. I mean, people are maxing out and then they're building re-entry legs, plus you can make another 250 cycles just on what your consultants are making. It's a limitless compensation plan, and I've never heard of network marketing, but honestly, the longer I'm here, the more I learn and hear the stories. My friend Tammy is with Mary Kay. Guys, their points flush away. Bye-bye. At the end of the month, that volume is gone if you don't turn it over. Other companies, they cut you off after, 5 to 7 levels. Bye-bye. So if somebody, let's say I signed up, my gosh, Liz wouldn't be under me. And Liz is an enrolling machine. I don't even know how many levels she's under. But it's an incredible compensation plan that you get paid to infinity. You can rebuild as many times as you want, and there's only 2 legs to worry about. So the more you watch it, the more you understand it, the more you're going to say, holy cow. I mean, this is incredible. So I still have to enroll. I'm only 3.5 years in. I love to enroll because I'm a social worker and I enjoy helping people. But I wake up every day with a purpose, and my purpose is just to help people physically and financially. I'm not the type of person that would stay in bed and say, oh, I'll just, let the money work for me today. I like being in action, and I love being on calls with you guys, and I really, it lights me up to hear these success stories, and it gives me passion and purpose every day, and I can't wait to see the kind of team that you put together, Karen, because you're just the way I like them. You got balls, you're just like me. Ballsy and not afraid, and that's what I like about you. And I just think that this is a beautiful business that any one of us can do and really just own it as women, as moms, as leaders, as givers. It's an incredible place, and I thank my lucky stars every day. So, all right, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll post all the info in the group. Thank you for being on, and I'm so sorry it went a little over. Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Good night. Thank you.